Hello, welcome to Easy CSV Importer's post-adoption ability. This video will cover post-adoption by meta. We have the ability to adopt existing posts by title, slug, content and meta. So we're going to focus on meta in this video, which is slightly more complicated because it does have the extra settings. However, once that's covered, you'll find that the other methods are simple. Now, the first thing to be aware of is that I've already entered my settings. I've entered a key here. It says adopt by meta value, so this is my meta key, and on the post edit screen you'll see this being listed as a custom field, and this is the custom field name. The data to go into that meta, so it's a meta value or the custom field value, will come from my column, which has a header named adopt by meta value. Now most people wouldn't have this correlation between the key and the CSV file header. You may if you've planned and sort of created your CSV file in advance, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be this way. So you've just seen I have quite a small CSV file simply for testing this specific feature. It has 4 columns and they really pretty much have random names. Like I said, I've named this specifically for this key, and that is all. Now the next thing to show you is some posts I've already set up, posts that we obviously plan to adopt, and I'll show you this key right here in those posts. So I'll just scroll up and we'll go to posts. What is important here is that I show you the posts have not been adopted yet. So if I just go to adoption test 3, we have 3 posts, there's 3 rows in my CSV file. I'll scroll down and we have a single meta value. Now the idea is that the post or the page or custom post type would have this meta value already. So this meta value might exist in your posts for months, years and so on, and you find and discover that it's an ideal value to use in this adoption process. It could be a unique ID, something that would allow a single row in your CSV file to be connected and linked to this specific post. If you have values, or you attempt to use values, as I have here, it says value 3. If this existed in multiple posts and this value existed in multiple rows in the CSV file, then adoption wouldn't work because the value is not unique. So you do have to consider what values you use and whether or not you do have suitable setup in order to do this. Now as you can see, we have the custom field here, adopt by meta, as already explained, and then it has a value, the value of 3. Now this value 3 is in my CSV file. I'll show you that in a moment also. And what's going to happen is ECI checks this post that you're looking at the moment for a custom field, a meta key named adopt by meta value, and if it finds such a thing, it then compares the value here, which is value 3, with the data value in that column, in the selected column in the CSV file. If there's a match, if value 3 exists in the CSV file, sorry, it's the other way around, right? The value 3 is compared to the blog, and then if value 3 exists in the blog within a post, then the pairing is done. Alright, so the next thing to do is go ahead and show you the other posts, just for validation's sake. If I just scroll down, see, we only have one custom field that says value 2, and adoption test 1, and again one custom field, and that says value 1. And then the next thing I wanted to do is go to my project, so that's WTG adopt by meta, scroll down and just show you the data sample. So there's just one data sample, it's one row here, as you can see, that says sorry, I'm up here. It's multiple rows actually. Right. So we have a dot by meta value, and here's the values here. So this is my CSV file. This is the whole lot. Keep it small and simple. And so the plugin is going to, when the plugin is creating a post using this row, before the post creation process is finished, the plugin will, Easy CSV Importer will compare the value in adopt by meta value. Alright, so it'll compare these values one at a time per line as it's creating posts to values already in the block, and if it finds this value 1, for example, then it would indicate that the post that is using that value should be adopted. I hope that makes sense to you, because what would happen is when the post is adopted, many changes could take place, and if you get this wrong, and as I've already mentioned, multiple posts own and use the same value, then it wouldn't work, or it would work in one way, and that would be that a post would be adopted, but it could trigger the wrong post to be adopted and the wrong changes to be applied to the wrong post. If in doubt, just let us know. We can have a look at your blog. But really, if you have a lot of posts and there are a lot of data, it could be hard to establish if you do truly have unique values. So it's really up to you to know, and that is where backing up your data becomes very important. Alright, now I'll go ahead and actually show you some adoption. Create posts. Now everything has been set up, my basic settings for a template, etc. That has already been done for the sake of speed. So I'm just going to create one post at the moment, and I just went to another tab. We should be on adoption test 1. I'm clicking edit and just scroll down, and here we have some extra custom fields, and this is showing that Easy CSV Importer has adopted the post, has added custom fields in relation to, well, these custom fields are sort of default ones. These are system values that ECI uses to manage the posts. There's no custom fields here that I've set up manually for this project because it's not really needed. We have everything I need here to show you that ECI just adopted this post, and will continue to control the post from here on. I will indicate that the post creation process, the actual confirmation message, doesn't look any different at the moment. There's no sort of text here in this box here to indicate that a sort of adoption took place, but that will change. The plugin was redeveloped and released beginning of July 2013, and it's still July right now, so there's a lot to come to make things just a little bit more easier, just a little easier, and help you understand. But you can see that the adoption process went ahead smoothly. If I just click 1 again. Now I am sorry if I talk a bit, but there are important things to cover, such as I've mentioned, back up your data and so on. Some people complain, oh, your video's too long, you're talking too much. You know what? I'll end up getting the complaints telling me that, you know, I've not given enough advice on backing data up, and, you know, things can go wrong if your values aren't unique, and so on and so on. So I do have a little chat just to make sure I have covered everything, and I don't have to go and remake a video just because I've missed something that, you know, 100 people a month are going to get wrong. Okay, so that's the other post made, and I'm just going to create the last one. There we go. Now obviously you wouldn't create one post at a time, you could do many posts at a time, and you get to decide here how many posts you get to create at a time. But what you have to remember is that when you use more advanced settings such as adoption, the plugin and blog do more work. So I recommend starting off by clicking on 1, make sure things are going smooth, and just build up. That's why we took this approach. You can click 10, then you can click 100, and you sort of gauge how well your blog and really your server can handle the requests that you're making. Alright, so that was that. Did I actually click that last one there? See, that's what happens when you're talking. So we're on the third one, just refreshing that. I'm just making sure everything went fine. There you go. So that's that. you know, the proof is right there. Easy CSV Importer can easily adopt by meta value. Alright, thank you very much for watching.